salad. Would tip.
Yeah.
It gives good flavor.
Okay. So people come in and then they say, what can Otobi do for me? How do you introduce Otobi to people?
So it definitely depends on what they're going for. We like to let them know that Old Toby is definitely a more medicinal strain, and it helps with a lot of aches, pains, some mental, like people with, I say, bipolar or like depression. It helps lift and like motivate people who struggle with that type of thing.
Really? Okay, so that's one of the ability Otobi
And then depending,
can do, you consider.
Yeah.
What about Matthew Gordon's like a short-term memory loss story? Does that offer to the people when they come?
I'm not 100% certain on like its ability to work with short-term memory loss because like I've never struggled with that, and so like I can't give my opinion for that.
So are you kind of your own experience with Otobi helped you with PTSD?
I mean, it's definitely a good strain for people
Really?
with PTSD.
Oh,
Yeah, if you find
okay.
yourself with like a negative
Yeah.
feeling, whether it be physical or emotional,
Yeah.
this is definitely something that could potentially help you work out of that. I'm not saying it's a fix-all, like this would be the cure, but
From your own experience.
Definitely helpful.
Can I ask you in terms of
I have my medical card for PTSD.
PTSD? What's the cause of your PTSD?
So it's post-traumatic stress from abuse and just drug-related scenarios in my younger
Was the
childhood.
drug-related aspect?
Both of my parents were meth addicts, and so I had, the whole like
Trauma.
unsolid infrastructure of my childhood.
Absolutely.
It was very
So.
like all over the place, and so that kind of stuck with me, and that's why I ended up getting my medical card because I don't like taking pills. I took pills for probably 2 or 3 years.
You mean you don't like the pharmaceutical stuff?
Yeah.
You want a natural product. So you consider
I feel
medical cannabis is a solution for your PTSD?
I feel 100% more comfortable knowing where it is coming from, watching it grow, and like it's just an all-around more comforting thing rather than knowing it's from a company who's just pressing these pills together and sending them all out, without any thought of what's happening to the people that they're giving it to.
I agree. Now, when you were having Otobi, did you grow Otobi yourself and use it?
I haven't.
You haven't had that experience?
As far as I know, that his farm is the only people that have the rights to Otobi, and it's just only them.
So you basically used the product from Milt.
Yeah.
In which format?
I've also been out to the farm and seen everything grow.
Growing,
and
the
that
whole
helped.
process helped out.
Yep.
But when you take the product of Otobi, was it leaf or was it bud?
I've tried the joint and I've tried the oil.
Oh, these two. And so, for example, when you are feeling unable to fall asleep due to PTSD or losing appetite, what does these two things do for you?
For me personally, I would not smoke these towards the end of the day. This is more of a daytime use thing for me, but that's just because of the way that it affects me mentally. It is a stimulant. Yeah.
Make you more active and alert.
Yeah. And it'll just keep my mind going. I need to smoke something that's going to like shut me down.
Yeah. So during the day, if you are not motivated due to you consider to be PTSD, you take Otobi?
Not in every case situation, but I have definitely used it before, yeah.
For that, and it was effective? And did that give you any side effect you consider to be side effect, unwanted effect, you don't want it?
Some people get like the racy kind of feeling where it makes them a little bit anxious, but it all just depends on that person and how they take terpenes in, because the terpenes have a higher like input on the brain on like how it affects you, and like it's not necessarily anxiety, but just like where you feel fidgety kind of, and then that makes you anxious. So it just depends on how you
basically was that like a heartbeat start to speed up?
Yeah, you could say it was just like a blood pressure increase or whatever it may be.
So what about appetite?
I don't really have a problem with my appetite. I eat kind of
so
regularly.
It doesn't really obviously change that. Definitely not a remedy for you to fall asleep at night.
No, not for me at all.
Not
but
for
some
you at
people
all.
they smoke sativas and they just chill out. Where
Yeah.
me, like I'm ready to go. I want to do something. I want to draw. I want to talk, watch a movie or something
Yeah.
to keep my mind.
Yeah. Do you find that give you positive thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like completely reliant on it, but it definitely pushes you in that direction
In
where
that
you
direction.
feel more
Motivated?
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah, open and motivated.
Does that
definitely.
give you any inspiration, creativity at all?
Yeah,
It does?
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
depending on the situation, sometimes like I just focus solely on one thing and it helps me stay focused. But then
Yeah.
there's like the spontaneity or spontaneous thoughts
Yeah.
that also pop up throughout.
Got it. So, have you heard other people in terms of PTSD benefited from using Otobi throughout your selling this Otobi product?
I've heard some interesting stories and I've heard some good stories. The interesting ones being like it made them reminiscent of like a younger, when they felt like smoking weed was more like a drug
Yeah.
before. Now it's seen as a medicine, and so like there are so many different uses where before it was just like you smoke weed, you get high.
Yeah.
And that was something that people have told me about. This is like it reminds them of like a
The
good
old time good,
Yeah,
good
like
time.
good OG bud, smoking back in the day where it's just you and your friends smoking some sticky
Yeah.
green. You don't know what it's called or what it tests at or any of that.
I see.
It's a very wholesome strain.
Okay. Does not they basically in terms of you say good stories.
Yeah.
This is the interesting part. What are the good like a medical aspect?
Well,
feedback?
like my uncle,
Yeah.
he like this was a harsh smoke for him, and he was like not super fond of the way that it smoked. But the feelings that he had was like it released his tension in his muscles and like just kind of made him able to like float through the day. And he's Iraq veteran. He suffers from PTSD and he's got his own issues. and
Due to
everything.
the pain.
Yeah, well, like he has issues with his back, and then he has like it's not schizophrenia, but it's PTSD to where like he has those flashbacks and like he kind of like
During the war.
yeah, like in his sleep, like during a thunderstorm, he's like gotten up, loaded a gun, and like done that, and he had to go through therapy and all that stuff. But like this kind of stuff makes him not have those flashbacks. He's just present, and instead of like falling back to those negative thoughts, he's able to focus on what he's doing and where he's going right.
Handle those flashbacks at least. That is very, very good feedback. Okay. So Otobi just basically have these two products.
We have had the flower as of right now. Yeah, I think it's just the infused pre-roll and then the half gram cartridges.
Okay, very good. Thank you.